Good afternoon. I'm Dave Karger. Thanks for joining me here on TCM. Up next, Michael Caine and Christopher Reeve co-star in a suspenseful black comedy directed by Sidney Lumet. From Warner Brothers in 1982, it's Death Trap. Caine plays a washed-up playwright struggling with writer's block. Reeve plays his student who's written a play that's bound to be a major hit. Caine's wife, played by Diane Cannon, suggests the two men could work together to produce Reeve's play, but Caine has a different idea. He could just murder Reeve and pass the play off as his own. Death Trap began as a Broadway play written by Ira Levin, the author of suspenseful best-selling novels like Rosemary's Baby and The Boys from Brazil. But Levin was no stranger to comedy. In the mid-1950s, he scored a major hit on Broadway with the play No Time for Sergeants, which became a star-making vehicle for Andy Griffith. Death Trap proved to be an even bigger hit for Levin, premiering at the Music Box Theater on Broadway in 1978 and running for nearly 1,800 performances over the next 4 years. Plans for a film adaptation began before the show finished its run, and Sidney Lumet came on board to direct. By this point, Lumet already had 3 Oscar nominations for Best Director for 12 Angry Men, Dog Day Afternoon, and Network. Before coming to Hollywood and making his feature film debut with 12 Angry Men, Lumet started out working in the theater in New York, and for the scenes in Death Trap that take place inside a Broadway theater, he opted to shoot at the Music Box Theater, where the play was still being performed for packed houses night after night. From 1982, also with Irene Worth and Henry Jones, here is Death Trap. Death Trap was based on a hit Broadway play by Ira Levin and was adapted for the screen by J. Preston Allen. One of the changes Allen made in her version was to make the relationship between Sidney and Clifford explicitly gay, something that had only been hinted at in the original play. The on-screen kiss between Michael Caine and Christopher Reeve was supposed to be a big surprise for moviegoers, but unfortunately, the review in Time magazine spoiled that plot twist. For Christopher Reeve, Death Trap came at the time when he was riding high on the success of Superman and Superman 2. Those movies turned Reeve into a major action hero, but they didn't offer him much of a dramatic challenge, and he was excited to get the chance to make this offbeat comedy with Michael Caine and director Sidney Lumet. Caine was also grateful for the chance to work with Lumet. In the mid-1960s, he had turned down the offer to star in Lumet's wartime prison drama The Hill in order to play the title role in Alfie. It was a wise choice for Caine early on in his career, but he regretted not getting to work with Lumet. They finally teamed up nearly 2 decades later when Lumet tapped Caine to star in Death Trap. Up next, Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall star together for the first time in a 1944 drama directed by Howard Hawks.
Next on TCM, To Have and Have Not. Then, Bob Mackie, Naked Illusion. And later, Pennies from Heaven. We're singing in the change on TCM tonight.